Directions say find the slope, I know that's an important word, find the slope of the line containing the points 19, negative 2, and negative 11, 10. Okay, since I have the coordinates of both these points, I'm going to go ahead and use the formula to do this algebraically. If this was an important test, I'd probably even take out graph paper when I was finished and check my rise over run to make sure that I get the same answer. Okay, slope, which we often call m, we use the variable m for slope, is the change in y. Rise, oh, they usually put 2 first, over run. Change in x. Okay, so if we're going to go ahead and label these numbers up here, identify what the variables are, the first number in your ordered pair is always an x, the second number is always your y. So this point, the x is negative 11 and the y is 10. Okay, when I go to substitute in the formula, I need to remember that I'm finding the difference. Okay, the difference in the y's and the difference in the x's. I have to be careful when I'm doing that subtraction, because if I'm subtracting a negative number, it then becomes addition. Alright, here we go. Slope equals, it's going to be y minus y, and I always call the first one 2 and the second one 1, because I like the first one 2 and the second point 1, because I like to go left minus right, left minus right. So left, the y is negative 2 minus the right one, 10. Okay, all over, in the denominator the change in x. So x, the left one, minus, now the right one is negative. So see, I'm subtracting a negative 11. So what happens here when I simplify? In the numerator I had negative 2 minus 10. Since they're all negative, I find the sum. The sum of 2 and 10 is 12, and they're all negative, so they're staying negative. Okay, negative 2 minus 10 is negative 12. And in the denominator, this minus a negative, this right in here becomes addition. So 19 plus 11 is 30. Okay, and as always, I want to simplify my fraction, so I can divide the numerator and the denominator by 3. Can I go bigger than that? Oh, 6. If you go smaller, you just have to make sure you keep going until you finish. So negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. The negative really just comes out front. A negative divided by a positive is negative. 12 divided by 6 is 2, and 30 divided by 6 is 5. Okay, now I'm going to check all of this on the calculator. Now remember, if I want to tell the calculator that this is a fraction, there's no fraction bar in the calculator. So I have to get a little creative with parentheses to tell the calculator that it's first going to do all this math, then it's going to do all of this math, and the last thing it will do is division. And the way I tell the calculator to do that is I put parentheses around the numerator and parentheses around the denominator. So I'm going to go back up to my coordinates to enter this in the calculator, but I'm just saying the formula again in my head. Okay, parentheses for the numerator. Y, negative 2, minus y, which is 10, close my parentheses, divided by, open parentheses again. Okay, negative 2, nope, we're doing x's now, sorry. 19 minus negative 11, close parentheses. So if we look back at this whole thing real quick, I've used parentheses around the numerator to tell the calculator that I want it to first subtract the y's, then put the parentheses in the denominator, because then I want it to subtract the x's, and at the end it's going to divide. Okay, I got a decimal, so now what I want to do is tell the calculator to make it a fraction. Slope is a ratio comparing two things, so we want a fraction. Remember, that's under math. Go up to number 1 or just hit enter, and hit enter to ask it to do it. Okay, negative 2/5. That's the same answer I got when I did it by hand.